Welcome to Spotlight on Lakewood. I'm Mayor Adam Paul, and throughout the year, we like to sit down with council members from each of the wards. Today, I'm joined by Ward 5 council members Karen Harrison and Dana Gutwein. Welcome.
Thank you.
Good morning. It's great to have you both here. And this year, Karen, you are the Mayor Pro Tem, which is fantastic.
Thank you.
And what are your goals for 2017, or what have you been working on?
For 2017, Adam, we've been working on a lot, and Dana and I work together tremendously, in our ward. But some opportunities that we're really excited about is we've had a new ARC opening and an ARC store opening in Ward 5, which was really exciting. We've had two new urgent cares. Centura Urgent Care opened on South Wadsworth, and there'll be a new one that I get to go to the ribbon cutting this evening in South Lewis Way in the shopping center there at Kipling Parkway and Morrison Road. Two really new businesses in Ward 5. We also have existing businesses that are great to support. Taste of Denmark is an example of one, and Buck's Barbecue, who continues to be important to our neighborhood. They just bought a new truck to support their barbecue business, so we're really excited about them. They continue to grow.
The Buck Truck.
The Buck Truck, that's exactly right. I really support the idea of safe neighborhoods, and some things that we've really been doing a lot of is encouraging the expansion of the Neighborhood Watch program into other areas within Ward 5. We've got really good feedback about that, so that's exciting. And just maintaining the quality of Ward 5.
So speaking of ribbon cuttings, you just had a big one in your ward that just happens to be a park.
Oh, I'm really excited about this one, Adam. You're talking, I think, about the Carmody Park remodel that we just did. That was so exciting, especially for me. That was just a dream when I was first elected. And I got to watch it go from something on paper to something in real life. What we did was we created the very first universal playground. The playground really is geared for children of all abilities. Children who might be in a wheelchair as well as able-bodied children. And it really came home to me the night we were at the open ribbon cutting that there were ramps on some of the apparatuses, and I hadn't really put that together, that ramp is what allows children in a wheelchair to be able to access that apparatus. It really made me feel proud that the city of Lakewood was willing to extend themselves and really make it to where children of all abilities could be there.
It really is a great project, and one that had a lot of involvement from the community, from past council members, from you two. And there's also a really cool little fitness kind of circuit out there that folks can go use and still watch their kids and make sure everybody's safe while they get a nice workout in. And that's also for folks of all abilities as well.
It is. That's exactly right. We need to have a class showing parents how to do that.
All right. Well, there you go. Put that on your list for 2018.
We'll get that happening.
All right. Yeah, lots happening. You two have been pretty busy, and I know, Karen, for you, when you first started, there was kind of an eyesore sitting on Jewel and Wadsworth that had been there for years, and that is finally down. And when you mentioned the ARC, that's kind of more renaissance that's happening in that center on Jewel and Wadsworth.
That's exactly right. The corner that you're talking about is Jewel and Wadsworth. The northwest side of that intersection originally had a kind of an eyesore of an old gas station that had been the source of graffiti and a lot of just a hangout for unseemly types. So it's been really wonderful to see it to go from being a 10-year neighborhood eyesore to being a very successful Starbucks. In fact, one of the largest Starbucks in Lakewood. They're really doing well.
That's great. That's great. So Dana, how about you? What have you been working on in 2017?
Well, like Karen said, we really work well together and we partner on a lot of projects. And so the guiding light for all of those is just quality of life for all ages. So a couple other things that we've been working on is promoting biking and walking to school. And so we're working to get buy-in from all of our schools in Ward 5, elementary schools through high school, and we're partnering with Bicycle Colorado bring this program and try to get our kids walking and biking to school. And the side benefit, aside from being really healthy way for our kids to get to school, is reducing traffic and parking issues around the schools, which is something that we get a lot of complaints about. So we're excited to be working on this program, and we'll see how far we can take it. Another thing that I'm really excited about is seeing the facade program come forward to City Council. So that's something Karen and I worked on in 2016 and was a big goal of ours. And it's amazing to see what staff came up with this facade program. So the idea is to really reinvest in some of our older shopping centers and just make that more beautiful, and that'll be in all the wards. So very excited about that too. One other project that I've been working on is preventing youth smoking. And so that's a partnership with Jefferson County Health, and that has moved forward to the ACIC thanks to council. So very exciting.
It's great, a lot of fun things going on. Ward 5 is home to one of the larger sustainable neighborhoods, and they're rocking and rolling. Tell us about what they did this year.
Yeah, so one of the most exciting things I think that happened this year is the community garden in Southern Gables opened. And we were all three there. It was a really exciting day to stand in a spot that used to be just vacant and weedy, full of weeds, and now it's this beautiful place where kids can go, and they're having outdoor classes there. The garden is just thriving. I just walked by it this weekend, and it's just amazing. So really exciting to see that long-lasting investment in our community that will be a gift for years to come.
Yeah, that's great. And you mentioned intergenerational, and I know when I've gone to events at the garden, we've really seen, folks of all ages, from our littlest to the oldest in the neighborhood, coming together to support something. So that's a lot of exciting things. So development is always something that's going on in the community, and what does that look like in Ward 5?
Development in Ward 5 is really primarily in single families, and we're not seeing as much in the apartment buildings and whatnot. It seems to be going very smart and very controlled according to how Planning Commission passes things on to the council. I really believe that our Planning Commission does a phenomenal job of helping us out and controlling that. So I think we're doing really well. It's important for everybody to know that a lot of people ask about Green Gables, and Green Gables is not in the city of Lakewood, it's in Jeffco. So we've been able to really take the lessons that we've learned from watching Green Gables and apply those in Ward 5. We also have a fantastic opportunity, I'm hoping at some point, of adding some more open space to the city.
Yeah, that's great. That's exciting and really important for us to always be looking at our open space inventory. And you had mentioned that Green Gables isn't in the city, but it is right across from Ward 5. So I'm sure it's something that you both hear a lot about, and something that you want to keep your eyes on.
We're watching it very carefully and hoping to keep all of the neighborhoods well apprised of what's happening there.
So keeping people well apprised, you have different meetings and are very accessible to the public, which is fantastic. But for viewers who may not know exactly where Ward 5 is, share with us, the boundaries or the neighborhoods.
Ward 5 runs from Florida on the north down to Hamden on the south, and it runs from Wadsworth on the east over to Kipling Parkway on the west. Now that's the bulk of Ward 5. There's some little parts that kind of jut out from there. There's a few pieces south of Hamden, actually right across from Southwest Plaza, which is kind of surprising to a lot of people. But that's the bulk of Ward 5. And our best thing, we have Bear Creek Lake Park in Ward 5. So we really like to have that fantastic amenity.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, it's interesting. You have what they call a flagpole annexation, where you do go down into Grant Ranch, and it's kind of a unique area.
It is. So
when are your ward meetings, Dana? And tell the viewers some of the different topics that you've covered or things that you might be looking at in the future.
Sure. So our ward meetings are the first Saturday of the month, at 9 a.m. at Bear Valley Church. And we bring coffee from we make the coffee and bring treats from a local bakery, the Donut Burst. And so I think people mainly come for the donuts and the coffee. But we do have great speakers every time. Recently we did the Neighborhood Watch program. Like Karen was saying, that's a real priority to us to make sure our neighborhoods are safe. It was very well attended. We saw a lot of new people. It's exciting. We're doing transportation for all ages. We have a great program for seniors where we bring in and talk about all the senior services that are available. And, you know, I wanted to say too, one of our other big priorities is to always quickly respond to neighborhood concerns.
Right.
So we also, at the end of every meeting, have a time where people can just share what's going on in their neighborhood, and we work really hard together to quickly address anything that comes up.
So what's the best way for residents to get in contact with you?
I prefer email, and I'm dgutwein@lakewood.org. But you can call me, email me, come to our board meeting, and any way that works for you is great.
It's great.
And I'm Karen Harrison, kharrison@lakewood.org. I love getting emails from people, but phone calls are great as well. We do try to follow up with all of the requests that come through us. We'll help find the place that you need to go, and we really love hearing from our people.
Well, this has been fantastic. I'm glad we got to hear a little bit about the cool things going on in Ward 5. And again, thank you both for your hard work and dedication. I can say that you represent the citizens well, so thank you.
Thank you, Adam.
Thank you.
Well, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I appreciate you tuning in and taking the time to learn about things that are going on in Lakewood. We live in a great community, and remember, together we'll do great things.